tell you what surprised me about this, but my fact is that shark nets were first, speaking of proudly South African, I don't know if it's that proud though.
Yeah, now that we've kind of worked out just that most sharks are caught going out.
Yeah, well, they were first used in Durban in 1935.
So
that was their invention, yeah.
So they are a South African invention, apparently.
Well, that's my fact.
Yeah. Oh, your fact is that they are a South African invention?
Yeah, Durban, 1935.
This is another one of your technicalities, isn't it? No, it's an Australian invention, but he tested it in Durban in 1935. You're a dick, Ryan. I swear I'm going to hit you with a cricket bat if this is what you have done. If this is what you've done, I'm going to hit you with a cricket bat. It's true, Ryan. It's true. Come now. Deets, ready the cricket bat.
Are you saying it's true?
I'm saying it's true.
Okay, but it was first tested in 1935 in Australia.
Oh, what a giant asshole. What a giant asshole.
But the story is quite like two New South Wales in the Sydney area, two beaches. One's called... Did I write down the name of the beaches? No.
Oh, good.
Two beaches in Sydney.
Good research. Nice. Basically, you were just like, I'm going to go there and pull the cuck the entire night on technicalities. I don't need facts to back it up. I just need the casual lies.
And so two oaks were taken out by great whites in the same week, and then that ushered in the shark net story. But
so it's not a proudly South African invention, is what you're saying. Okay.
But I didn't realize that shark nets were so sparsely used around the world, because it's basically there in Australia, New South Wales, Sydney. It's KZN's coast, and bit of New Zealand as well. But I thought it was used
like ubiquitous.
Yeah, because when we were small and we went to Durban on holiday, then we were like, "What about the shark in the sea? And where the shark nets? The shark nets."
Yeah.
So we thought, okay, well, everywhere in the sea is
and then all these
nets.
Studies prove that in fact most of the sharks die in the nets leaving,
Good
and then
Lord.
all sorts of other animals die in it. Yeah,
no,
so
that's horrible.
They really have proven to be largely, I suppose, for the peace of mind of the swimmers, and in sort of devastated shark populations. And I think at the moment there's a lot of tests to try alternative methods for keeping bathers safe.
Shit.
I don't know whether they sell those electric bands to scuba divers to try and scare away sharks, because sharks are really sensitive to electric.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so they try and sell them those. And I don't know whether those work. I'm not a scuba diver myself. I've never been around sharks while wearing one. But they do sound like those copper balance bracelets, that everybody was wearing to try and improve their physique. Sounds like a bit of a con.
Yeah. You've never done that shark cage diving?
I have, yeah.
Have you?
I have, yeah. I mean, the sharks, they chum the water.
Yes.
And they were saying.
So what species did you see?
So I did it a few years ago, and it was when great whites were still around South Africa, because all the great whites in South Africa have up and vanished, and they're not 100% sure why that's happened.
There was one in Plet the other day, but that's why it was made news headlines.
Oh, because it's been the first one for a long time. Okay, but they were saying that it might be because we've suddenly got orcas in our water, or so there's been a few orcas kind of swimming around, and that they may have scared the great whites away. But also great whites, we don't know an awful lot about them. They've put tracking beacons on these great whites, and they find that at certain times they gather in the center of the ocean in this one specific patch together, and then they dive really deep into the ocean, and they're not really sure what they do there. We know nothing about their mating habits. We don't know very much about them at all.